Yes, sir. Back like we never left. Mother effing Friday. Baby. Got some great games tonight across the whole sports atmosphere. Couple of game sixes in the NBA before some new series start tomorrow. NHL also has four great matchups for us tonight. We will touch on, and of course, a full slate of baseball. It is Friday, which means two things on this show. It is Captain by a Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dives, going live on April 28th. My man JCP is with me. We are going to talk all things sports. I might get a couple of his ideas on the draft because y'all know I could give a hot ham about anything NFL right now. How you doing today, man?
Oh man, I can tell you, I'm definitely tired from a lack of sleep, but I think I might have had some of the best 48 hours I've had in a while, and with hope and optimism. How we doing on your end?
Hope and optimism. Two words that go together like peanut butter and jelly. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing real good. Got my Knicks going to the next round, taking on your
Hey,
Heat.
playing my Heat. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome, man. I'm excited for that. That was excited, man. Gonna be a fun matchup.
No, I'm geeked, bro. I got a few more text messages to send out over the next few days talking trash. But yeah, I'm geeked up too, man. I'm ready to
Your
rock.
team sucks.
Yeah. Nah, speaking of teams suck, one good news is back. You can bet against the White Sox every day again and have a dandy time doing it. My favorite team is in the Turlet Bowl, as they say. Um, but yeah, man, let's I don't know if you have anything you want to say about the draft or Richardson going to the Colts or anything that stood out to you last night. If
I'm. Oh, go. I didn't know if you had more. My fault.
floor is yours. I was about to say if not, we can jump to this NBA stuff rocking.
I can go quick. I was gonna say that's what I was about to say. I'll go quick on the draft. First off, so the first three went about as went about as everyone predicted for 2 months. So basically, I just what happens every year happens every year. The last 2 weeks, everyone starts this BS and all that. The second, so we'll get to the Anthony Richardson part now. Man, I really thought Colts were going to take Will Levis. I've been praying for Will Levis for like 2 or 3 weeks. Apparently, last thing, no, the Colts. So the Colts apparently. So like I told you on this show, I was shocked they didn't go after Lamar and everything. I know why they didn't go after Lamar. Apparently, they saw the Lamar they could build up their own way instead of paying one $255 million. So I'm just juiced for the kid, man. I wish he played a little more, but he played around a bunch of butt cheeks and asses at Florida. Like they were terrible. Like they almost got shut out to Oklahoma State, I believe, in a bowl game. I mean, he didn't play, mind you, but terrible. They're a terrible, terrible team. I'm very excited to see what the young kid can do. Very, very nervous though because he needs a lot of experience. But hey, there's a good time to get experience, and I just like that we have a dude who can move. I told you before, I'm tired of the old whites back there with the ankle weights of like. I mean, dude, Philip Rivers had his ankles taped like 5 times over. Matt Ryan had his ankles taped up to his knees 7 times over. Dudes couldn't move. Finally, we got a dude who can move. I'm really excited about that. Rest of the draft went up basically like it was like a little wild. There's some wild trades in here. Texans got one and three. So they got two really good pickups there. And I think the biggest losers of the night, Hendon Hooker he was rumored to get in the first one, but it's not the biggest loss. The biggest loser for sure is Will Levis. If I'm him, I'm a little upset with my agent. Agent got all this hype. There's even a rumor apparently came out on Reddit that Will Levis is gonna be the number one overall pick.
I
That
bet
didn't happen, obviously.
I bet it.
And now he's hey, I don't blame you though for the odds. I bet the odds were insane. But each now all of a sudden he's going into day two. He'll probably get picked up today, maybe day three. But he's this year's Malik Willis, where he just the hype. He just ends up sitting in the room. Nobody ended up trading up for him, and just yeah, I mean, just yeah, it kind of sucks to be him, but at the same time, I don't. feels kind of shocking, but once he didn't go to the Colts, and I would say it got about to 8 or 9, it started to get to the point like, oh, he might be there a while, and then yeah, by the time the Steelers didn't draft him, it's like, oh, he's gonna be there all night. Rough night for Will Levis for sure.
Yeah, the few standouts that I had, I mean, everybody knew Young Stroud and Richardson would go early. I did. I ain't gonna lie. Like you said, just because of the number 10-1, I ended up just putting a little something on Will Levis going first overall. I figured, hey, Carolina Panthers have made dumber decisions. And honestly, just in all
Wrong.
honesty, my opinion only, probably wrong. I don't think Bryce Young is NFL talent at all. I watched him at Alabama a lot down here in the South in the SEC, and he reminds me of Kyler Murray. He can make great
Oh,
throws. He can run around a lot, but he's gonna depend on even in big games. What's that? I forgot who it was. Texas last year. They won by like 1 point, 22-19 or something. But
I will. I said just to cut you off, I will give him some credit. The core he had at Alabama, those were the worst. He played on probably the worst Alabama teams we have seen in years, so I'll give him credit for that. The thing that I will combat you about a little bit for him is I like the poise, and the biggest thing is the biggest thing everyone's worried about is the hits and everything. Like you can't hit the quarterback anymore in the NFL, so we'll have that going for him. I think that it's the mental part. I think I get the Kyler comparison a little bit. I just think mentally I don't want to say leaps and bounds over Kyler because that'd be very disrespectful because obviously Kyler did all offensive line film. Game film, practice film, we'll see. Offensive line film, though, Kyler's tapped in. But no, I think his mental game, I'm very excited to see how Bryce Young does it. I think he is very strong mentally. I think that's mainly the reason he went one is because his mental game's so good. So I do agree. I thought he could have played a little bit better at Alabama, but I am excited to see. I think mentally, obviously, he's going to have a few shakeups, but I think he got the best. I think he's going to be good just simply from the fact that Carolina's has a decent core around him. So I don't think he has to do as much. If he went to the Texans, I think I'd be more in with your line of thinking where like, oh, he might not be in a good spot. But with Carolina, I think he actually
who Carolina got around him though? They got rid of
really
they got
amazing.
rid of McAfee. They got rid of Moore.
Yes, offensively they're kind of shaky, but on defensively they have a really amazing defense, so he's not going to feel the pressure of like, oh, if he throws a pick, he's not going to have to feel like, oh, we're going to lose the game. Like the defense can hold from that end. The offense is where they need to build. That's going to be where you're going to see, I think, a lot of the building in the draft and over the next few years. But defensively, I think they have the perfect tools to basically put like because he's going to make dumb decisions. He's a rookie. That's how it goes. So I think defensively that gives him the chance to like not feel like nervous, like, oh, hey, we're going to be awful. And Josh McCown, Frank Reich, and I forget the third guy, but they have three really Andy Dalton. They have three veterans, three smart quarterbacks in the room. I mean, he has all the tools for success, so we should see the best of him. The key word is should. So
Red
that's
Rifle.
like yes, sir. That boy Andy. Hey, people, I might slander him now, but I don't think the people, them young cats don't know. Like you said, them young cats don't know that OG Andy Dalton back in the day. Dude was a playoff winner for the Bengals before Joe Burrow.
No, I will say Andy Dalton, hell of a career. I mean, never won nothing, but any kid that comes out of Texas and not Texas like the university, but I don't know. He made it to the league. He played 14, 15 years. He won a few playoff games, had a few shines. Him and AJ Green was a hell of a connection. But my biggest thing with Bryce Young is I think he's going to rely on his legs. What you just said is what I hope happens. I hope he makes mistakes in the air and he's trying to push it downfield. But I think he's going to become one of them quarterbacks, and he might change 2 or 3 seasons from now. But I think coming into the league, he's going to think he can outrun everybody, and them linebackers are going to catch his ass at the sideline for a loss of 1 yard game. And he's going to have to learn, like, okay, I need to figure out how to push this ball down the field vertically. My legs ain't going to save me like they did in college. And I think Kyler Murray is still learning that, which is why I kind of compared them. They both rely on their
I'm
legs.
happy they got a. I was just say sorry to interrupt. I'm happy they got an offensive line for Kyler because yeah, I hope he starts to develop a little bit more. What you're talking about, that end is a part I'm a little bit nervous too. I am worried about the legs part, using them too much.
Yeah, I mean, at this level, everybody's fast, everybody's quick, everybody's mentally smarter. They're gonna be 2 steps ahead of these cats in college as far as angles and stuff goes. But just to touch on Anthony Richardson real quick and give my little 2 cents, I think the coaches at Florida turned him into a horrible. Not him, like I don't know how to explain it, but he's a great quarterback. I think I watched him coming in games off the bench in the second quarter and literally light up the score. But last season, I just watched the coaches just sabotage the whole season. Literally, I
What
watched
they
them.
did was disgusting.
I watched them go for like 4th and 14 in the third quarter, down 7 like 10 times last season, and not get it, and just put them down 21 or whatever. Like they just horrible coaching at Florida. I'm glad he's out of that situation. And I'm glad he's a top 5 pick because honestly, he was my Heisman pick last season before the season. Coaching messed all that up. I think he's a hell of a talent, hell of an arm. I think he's underrated throwing the ball. I think y'all gonna be surprised at how he can sling that thing from sideline to
That's what I'm
sideline.
excited for. I don't think anybody truly understands how good he is because he was throwing to Timmy Jones and Jimmy Neutron out there, like just thrown to a bunch of nobodies. By the way, I do want to say I did mess up. I forgot the Panthers did get Miles Sanders from the Eagles. Awesome pickup. And they also picked up Adam Thielen and Hayden Hurst, who aren't the biggest pickups, but those are good, really two good veteran pieces. So they're starting in a little way for Bryce Young. So just to like go back to him real quick. But yeah, for Anthony Richardson, dude, I think like he tore up the combine, has all the talent in the world. It's just it's like Chris Ballard said last night. He's really excited for what they can build towards because they like what they can see in him becoming, which I do too. Dude's a freak athlete. I mean, I just get all I'm thinking about is it's week 14. It's the 14th game in a row where they run the read option first play and he runs for 85 yards for a touchdown. And it's like, oh, okay, that's why we drafted him. Like I'm so juiced, man. But yeah, overall NFL draft, like kind of who cares about it. It's just kind of cool to see. Like, because past the first round is kind of like, all right, let's just see where people go now. But it's always cool to see, especially like those first few picks, kind of see where the kids go and everything. But especially now too with days of media, like especially with the betting market and everything. Like I was like 5 picks ahead, damn near. Like betting numbers were out. Like Will Levis, or no, sorry, yeah, like Will Levis for example. It's crazy to think about. Like this was the one they did get wrong. He was like minus 1,500 the Colts to go 3 or 4, excuse me. But like they already had Bryce Young at like minus 5,000, CJ for 1, CJ Stroud minus 5,000 for 2. So most of the picks were leaked before they even went. And then like Pat McAfee show, they tipped off. They did a live thing. They tipped off the first pick like 15 minutes before it even went live. So draft's always a mess every year, but it is this year was very interesting to see all the missing and moving pieces go everywhere. Because usually in most drafts, you don't get as much chaos as like you did this year. It's very rare you get a team to go 1-3 and trade their picks. So it's just that's what I was excited for. I thought there was a lot of movement, a lot of very interesting places, and I think there's only like 2 or 3, maybe 5 max picks. I'm like, I don't know about that. Overall, I think every team got something they really, really needed.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, just as far as betting goes, I had Anthony Richardson to the Seahawks at 5th. I also had Anthony Richardson to the Falcons at 8. Stuff that I've
He's
heard.
plus 12 for the Colts. I'm kicking myself for not even thinking about it.
I didn't even think about it. I'll tell you that. All I heard all week was he's going to the fucking Seahawks or the Falcons. I don't know. That's all I heard. I did break even with one bet, taking the Ravens to get a wide receiver in their first round pick after all the malarkey through the first
baby.
5. But yeah, I hate betting the draft, man. I get caught up into it every year because that's all people talk about, and it's hard not to. I ain't gonna lie to you. Somebody tweeted out, and he's a big name, and that's why I was kind of mad at him for even tweeting this out. But then I don't know. It was like a 10-minute joke. Like I caught it 8 minutes after. When I first read it, I thought it was serious, and then I realized, bro, there's no
One of
way.
those situations.
Yeah, he's like Stetson Bennett's going 3rd overall. Somebody's about to trade up for him, per unnamed sources, and I was like, oh shit. So just off of like reaction, I run on my computer and I'm like looking at the lines for Stetson Benson going 3rd, and then the more I think about it, I'm like, bro, ain't nobody finna trade up for Stetson Benson, bro. They could get him in the 3rd round. Yeah, I just started laughing to myself, but I was like, damn, bro, there's so much information out there, and then people like that's actually big names want to play jokes. You don't know what to listen
That's the one
to.
thing. That's the one thing about the draft, man. Is that's where you can get the books because they don't know and half of us don't know. Because literally, the information that was like 2 months ago was information that we should have gone off of. Shout out my boy Newski. He had what was it? He had the draft in perfect order. He had a bet with that, and it was like 20 to win like 150 or 200 for it. It's like, hey, I wish I rode that with him because yeah, he had it right on with CJ Young, Stroud, Anderson for 1, 2, and 3, like plus like hella, as you said.
Yeah, that's
Like,
crazy, man. Houston,
nice.
man, getting that quarterback and getting what some people say the best linebacker in the game. I ain't gonna lie, I had one person on my phone literally crying for like 10 messages about the Cardinals not getting Will Anderson. And I finally had to text him back and say, bro, don't nobody give up about Will Anderson, bro. Are you like, bro, you sitting there crying on my phone, putting emojis of sad people walking and like talking about he's a
Just
game.
because he's good. Like he's gonna be everyone. What everyone's saying is exactly how it's gonna be. He's gonna be the pro that plays for 10 years and is like decent and does good, and he's like a staple. Like he's gonna be there. And the Cardinals need more help than defense. Like I would love to speak to your friend and be like, hey, did you watch your quarterback last year? He had to. I mean, I know he had to get ACL surgery because of an open field tackle, but Do you watch what he's doing back there, bro? Is literally running circles back there, trying not to die. Like he needs some protection so he can stand,
Yeah.
feel comfortable. That's what it needs. Yeah, we don't need to get in this rant because I know we got a lot of other sports to go to. And honestly, like you said, who cares about the draft? We already spent 15 minutes on it. I think we covered it well. That is funny, though. I do think your homie will love this pick at the end of the day more than Will Anderson eventually because they need tackle.
The boy don't know nothing. Jumping over to the association, man. You want to touch on tonight's game at all, or I don't really care if you don't care. We can touch on the second round already.
I think Lakers win. I just say I think Lakers win that game, and I think the Warriors are going to win their game. I think the Kings injury to De'Aaron Fox kind of like took them out. And I think mentally they're just beat. After they didn't win that game again with Draymond out, I think I was starting to lean towards you. I'm like, oh no, this is getting troubling waters. The only one I'm confused about maybe is the Lakers. I think there's a chance the Lakers do blow that, but I feel like LeBron didn't really take he's older now, so he's taking some possessions off. Felt like that game is kind of like, we don't need this game. I feel like they're gonna need this game tonight. So we might see good old King James tonight.
Yeah, the exact quote from I was about to call him something that's a joke, but the exact quote from James was Game 5 was shit. I'll be back for Game 6 or something like that.
Yeah.
The boy is trying to spit bars on Twitter and stuff. Ramen and it's but yeah, you got the Lakers -4.5 at home. I'll take it. You got the Warriors -7.5 at home. I'll take it. I'm not betting none of these games, but those are where I would bet. Just go with both the favorites to win and win big. I think both of these games. It's hard to even say this. Like Kings and Grizzlies both have a lot of grit, but I think they fold tonight. I think they go down 15 by half, and I don't think
Just
you see
like
that. I don't think
Atlanta Hawks situation.
I ain't watched that shit last night, bro.
Well, I just meant like a situation like game 1 and 2. I mean, it's just one of those things where like game 1 and 2 where they kind of like you thought they might be in there, and then it's just a point where it's like, hey, they put up their fight, they're just ready to. I don't think the Grizzlies as much, but I think the Kings are kind of just like, hey, this year's over with for us. Let's just kind of get out of here, especially going back to Oracle. I mean, obviously it's the playoffs; they aren't thinking like that, but it kind of feels like that might be the move for them versus like the Grizzlies. I don't know. The Grizzlies said the series wasn't over down 3-1, but they just talk so much. I don't know how they're feeling. They just love talking, bro. Dude, if that boy Dylan Brooks could talk to himself for hours if he could, I bet.
That's probably what he does. That's why he's going so crazy, bro. I've never seen
mirrors all the apartment just to talk to himself.
I've never seen a talent as good as he is just turn into just such trash. I mean, that kid could have been a superstar, bro. I was excited about him coming out of college. I don't know. He
puts too much pressure on himself because he talks all that noise, and then some games he can't back it up. So then people are like, oh, this goofy ass dude. It's just like, hey, you might just need a few games where he just doesn't talk, gets it right, and then comes back. But I don't know.
No, I feel you. Exactly. I don't know what the hell he be like. He never won nothing, bro. I don't know, man. I have no idea.
I love the villain characters in the NBA. Obviously he's one of these trying to be like a Draymond Green, and because I think that's the way he thinks his role should be. But I find it funny. It's just one of those things like, oh my lord, I would love he's definitely one of those guys you love as a teammate, but you play against him, it's like, Jesus, buddy, can we just play basketball, bro? Bro, punching people in the pain, saying he's 40, I don't care. Like, bro, that dude has done more in like 1 year than you have your whole career so far. I respect it. Hey, I respect that boy's hustle. If he can go out there, shoot 3 for 19 and continue to talk that noise, hey, talk that noise, baby. Talk that noise.
I feel like this generation, man, they just don't, and not even LeBron, like, I don't care less about LeBron, but just the game as in general, they don't respect the history and the tradition.
Oh, yeah.
They think they're the first player to ever get drafted. This is what it feels like to me. All these cats, even Jordan Poole, bro, like, what is you talking trash for, bro? You ain't the reason nothing happened, bro. Like, I feel like if you're not the reason it's happening, shut your ass up, bro. If you're not out there dropping, like, if you're not literally the reason your team is winning, shut your ass up, bro. You can talk
unless
trash.
You understand. I should say, unless you understand that you aren't the reason and you're just talking trash to be funny, then that's where I'm like, hey, I respect that. Yeah, but some people are just like, they're actually talking trash. Like, bro, are you serious? Like, bro, you got punched in the face by your own teammate. Like,
nah, it's bananas. Let's talk these second round matchups real quick. The 3 matchups we got. You got Suns Nuggets. Suns favored actually to win this series -121. Nuggets even money +100. Any bets for you here that you like, or you would lean to, or what do you even think on the series? I think it's going to be Nuggets in 6.
I have a ticket on the Nuggets to win the finals, so biasly, I want to say Nuggets, but I don't know. I think the Suns have a chance. The thing I'm really nervous about is the minutes. I mean, they got two Lamborghinis and a 1948 Lamborghini out there, and those two Lamborghinis are running for a lot of minutes. And the old 1948 beat up one has been running for a lot of minutes for a few years now. So I just don't know how long you can keep. By the way, the beat up one's Chris Paul for the people who are curious. People were just. I just been wondering how long they can keep the minutes together. It's like truly, like they played a lot of minutes, and I know they aren't very deep. The Nuggets are a little bit deeper than them. It's just I like how you broke it down, where they have good matchups everywhere. I think it's truly going to come down to can DeAndre Ayton let his nuts hang for a series and hold Jokic to his minimum as he can. But I just don't know, man.
I'm not.
I don't know about this.
I'm gonna try not to go on a rant here. I'm gonna try and keep it short. DeAndre Ayton, in the words of Sidney Dean, couldn't hold Jokic's jockstrap. The softest player.
That boy Starman.
He's soft, bro. He been soft since college. He not gonna ever get tough. It's just not in him. It's just not. The whole city of Phoenix, the whole coaching staff, the whole team, everybody's been begging this man since he got drafted. Dude, just play hard, bro. Grab boards and dunk on people, bro. This baby hook, baby fadeaways, like soft, bro. Jokic is gonna tear this man up.
In a 7'10" body. I agree. It's infuriating, bro. It's like I get he's a little lean. It's just like, dude, you could just be a monster down low because of how quick you are and everything.
Bro, yes, dog. Like I was never gonna compare him to Shaq, but Shaq was not a fat dude his whole career, bro. Shaq came in the league a little bigger than him, but just athletic. But he used the dominance of dunking on people, bro. I feel like the dunking on people has like dunks become a flashy thing more than like a assert dominance thing. It's like guards be dunking on breaks now instead of big men just dunking on each other, pushing them, getting a technical. I don't know.
Now, like the 3-point shot's kind of like that version of it now. Like when they shoot, like the 30-footer has become what the dunk was like 10, 15 years ago, basically. Now if they hit a logo three, it's like, yeah. But now we got like everyone shooting logo threes versus like, yeah, why not just give it to the big guy? I mean, look, the big guy's screaming, bro. You don't need to take a 30-footer. Just give it to him and let him.
Bro, the game is easy, bro. It's the players that make it hard. But I don't think the Suns have enough defense. Yeah. I don't think they have enough defense. I don't think, to your point, they have enough depth, and I don't think that Booker and KD can continue to drop 70 points a game together.
Booker's going crazy though. I will admit that boy. It's fun to watch that boy cook, man.
Nah, he's one of the best. It's just something about him.
I love he's a two-way player too. He might not be a full two-way player, but I do appreciate that he actually gives some effort on defense because that's what I love. That's like, not to bring this about our Heat because we'll talk about it in a minute. Like that's what I love about Jimmy Butler. The dudes are like, I know like I could just be on one side of the court and screw it, but they're just like, nah, I'm gonna be an impact player. Like I truly respect that because you don't have to do it anymore. Like they truly don't ask you to do it anymore. So anybody who does it's always a plus. I just truly respect the fact that he's willing. Like Devin Booker will be willing to be like, all right, screw it, give me Jamal Murray this possession. I'm tired of watching him cook you, CP.
I mean, that's one of the things right there. I mean, who they're gonna have to throw a Kogi on Murray, I think, which is gonna put Chris Paul on the corner on who? Aaron Gordon or somebody like that. Yeah,
backing him down in the post, like, come on, beat me.
Yeah, I think the only position on the wings, I think the Suns got the advantage, but I don't think you're gonna shoot your way through the second round. You might shoot your way through a Clippers team that's demoralized by injuries, but shooting your way through the number 1 seed, I don't know. I'm gonna take the Nuggets in this series. Plus 100 makes me want to take them even more.
Team ride. I'm on them too, just for my future bet.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna skip this series and come back to it because we're gonna talk about it the most.
I know what series that is.
What's your initial thoughts on the Sixers Celtics, man? You got the Celtics minus 3.05. Sixers plus 240.
Minus 305. Did they not just see what they did to the Hawks? No, I'm just playing. It's all Joel Embiid's injury. Honestly, that's what it's gonna come down to. Can Joel Embiid's knee survive? So far, he didn't survive 3 games. Can it survive this series? And
What's
man,
what's wrong with him? He getting his yearly
apparently.
cramps.
Yeah, I guess.
Motherfucker get hurt every year since I heard of this man.
I mean, to be fair, in his defense, like he is a big body and he has been dealing with injuries his whole career, so it's understandable. It's not. He's just been he kind of has the bug, so it's going to happen to him. But that's it. Like as much as it does suck this bug, he has to do it. He's had the time to get off. Thankfully, the Celtics gave him an extra 2 days as well. So hopefully his knee can be somewhat well enough for them to do something. Because I mean, the way that Nuggets team look, I mean, excuse me, the Celtics team look like the Sixers should be able to beat them with the talent they have. It's just we know who Doc Rivers and the Sixers are, so that's why the Celtics are minus 305 favorites. I lean towards Celtics just because now technically they are the best team left, but I wouldn't be shocked if the Sixers win. I just don't know if I can trust James Harden and Joel Embiid. James Harden can't even get to the rack anymore to shoot free throws. Like something's going on with him too. I'm very nervous with the injuries when it comes to that team. I think I have to go Celtics, even though I don't feel good about it.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. You said talent on the Sixers. I have yet to see a talented player in a Sixers jersey.
Oh, what about their third All-Star, Tobias Harris, who shows up every third game as a max player?
That boy got that max deal and said, "All right, y'all, I'm out." That boy ain't done nothing since they gave him 140 million, 80 million, whatever
One thing that boy does is cook me on 2K. That's about it.
Bro, Sixers is a wreck. It's a train wreck. You got two of the most out of shape superstars I've ever seen in the history of the NBA playing together. And it's crazy to me.
Hey. I already cut you off. You forgot about Luka. Second two.
Nah, Luka's, but he's the only one out of shape. I'm talking about two superstars together out of shape. Luka's, oh my God, don't even get me on Luka, bro. I don't even get how people let him drop 38 points on him every night, dog. I feel like I could lock his ass up right now. I haven't hopped on a court in 4 years. I literally, bro. Don't even let me warm up, bro. I got this motherfucker, bro. It makes no sense to me, bro. But I mean, again, it's the NBA today and it's the rules. You can't play defense. And when you can't play defense and the offensive player knows you can't play defense, as soon as you touch me, it's a foul. All they got to do is drive to the hole. No matter what.
They need to bring back hand checking.
They need to bring back everything, bro. They need to stop being so soft, bro. A lot of these players are getting hurt because they so soft. As soon as they get touched, they get hurt. And it's like, bro, if they was getting elbowed to the neck every game for 82 games, they'd toughen up a little bit, bro. But Joel Embiid and James Harden, just to stick to this, out of shape, bro. Out of shape, out of prime. Don't give a hot ham about winning. I don't care how much they cry when they lose. They don't care about winning. It's obvious they don't care about winning. Carmelo Anthony, my favorite player of all time, never cared about winning. I don't care what they say in interviews. It's just something that you can see on people. When people just get out of shape and never get back into shape. James Harden has been out of shape for 3 seasons now. It's not like, oh, he just had a hamstring problem, he can't run. It's like, nah, bro, you just comfortable being out of shape at this point. Joel Embiid's never been in shape once since he's been in the league. He just relies on his talent. And I get it. When you hear him talk, you can see that this is a young man, kind of immature. He don't understand, like, to win, to want to win is more than just, I want to win when I wake up. You got to put the work in. And that's one thing I do admire about LeBron James. And just to bring it back to Carmelo, first 5 years in the season, Carmelo was tearing Bron up, bro. He had better success with the Nuggets. He had better success one-on-one. He got to the Western Conference Finals. Huh?
As the Nuggets, Melo. That boy was good.
But then something happened around 2008, 2009, 2010. LeBron James wanted to win. He went from a little kid to just the best, most in shape, pure athlete you ever see, and Melo just got chubby. It's like you could see that, and that's what I see in Embiid and Harden. It's like, okay, we got our money, we want to win mentally, but we don't understand what winning is. There's nobody around us to get us, like, unless there is, and they just don't give a damn. Like, bro, I don't care. I'm James Harden. I'm Joel Embiid. I don't need to do what you're doing. But I don't know, man. It's just a lack of understanding in my head on this Sixers team. They think they could just roll the ball out there and go one-on-one with everybody and win. and I think the Sixers lose this in 5 or 6. And I'm not
I had a
even,
little tidbit real quick.
yeah.
Oh, if you still got more to go ahead. I have something that will add on to this perfectly. That I'll let you finish yours. If you still have more to go ahead.
I just
I have something to put a
my
bow on
last
it.
sentence was I don't even believe in the Celtics that much, but I believe in
Okay.
the Sixers 0.
Yeah, that's heard something from I believe it's either Ryan Russillo or Bill Simmons. Both Bill for people who don't know, both are huge Celtics fan, huge in sports media. One of them said they like I want to say they either went to a game or watching a game where Doc Rivers they were up like 7 or 8 with like a few like or no, they were blowing a lead. Like they were to the point where they were blowing a lead in a very meaningful game that they shouldn't be blowing, and Doc Rivers is like going to the crowd joking like, "Oh, isn't this something, huh? We're doing this, doing this." And they either blew. I can't remember. They either blew the game or they just hung on to win. That's something that's like he said that, and that stuck with me. Like when it comes to, like betting on them, it's like you got a coach that was while they were blowing a lead in a timeout, is talking with the crowd, joking around, doing all this and all that. And like yes, it might not mean something or anything, but there's just like certain times and certain moments where it's like to me that means something. Like yes, he had the whole game joke around with the crowd. He can do it the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, but if it's the fourth quarter, you're in the process of blowing a lead and you're joking around with the crowd and everything, and just I feel I'm with you. I think there's a lot of problems with that 76ers team. I think it's starting to get to the point where it's getting like a little stale. We've seen a lot of the same. We're starting to get new faces there right now, but we're seeing a lot of some of the older faces have been there for a minute. Harden might not come back. He might go back to the Rockets. Like there's a lot that's going on with that team. It just feels like they lucked out by the Bucks not winning and having to play them in the series following this. So I mean that makes me think that maybe they'll want to play harder. Because, oh hey, we have a chance now or something like that. But I don't think I can believe in them, man. I've watched them prove me wrong for years and years and years and years and years and never get it right. So I can't until they prove me right. I can't side with them. I hate to say it. I would love for them to prove me wrong, but they have yet to do it.
Now, to your point right there, bro, when you say they should look at this like, okay, the Bucks are out of here. If we beat the Celtics, we're the best team left. But I think they look at it like, oh, the Bucks are out. It's gonna be even easier road, and they relax even more.
Yeah,
They dumb.
that's the only thing
They
that's crazy.
just dumb, and I don't mean stupid. I just mean dumb. They might be smart as hell with a pen and paper, but they just. But that's the thing, bro. When people get everything they ever asked for and ever wanted, it's hard. Like LeBron is rare, bro. It's rare that LeBron had that hunger for so long. Like I don't even think Curry has that kind of hunger. I think he has that like kill switch, but I don't think he has the off season hunger that LeBron has. I could be wrong. I don't know nothing about Curry or LeBron, honestly. But I
I feel
just
like Curry might be a little bit closer than you're thinking, but I agree. I think he's a little bit of a level below like LeBron. Like that, especially like if you want to go like LeBron and even before now, like between 2010 and 2020, like the hunger that dude had to win and everything. Like I don't think I would see. That's where I'm willing to compare him to MJ. I maybe MJ had a little bit like more of the hunger, like maybe just a little bit more, but like they that's where I think those two are very very similar with the fact that just like I want it, I want it, I want it to be me, I want it, and just that mentality of it's gonna be me. That's something that you got to have as a player if you're going to be great, and that's what separates. That's when you get to the highest level. That's what separates like the Tom Brady's from the Cam Newtons and the Johnny Manziels and all that. It's like you just have to have that instinct that, and it's just some people have it, some people don't. I'm with you. I just don't know if Joel Embiid and James Harden have it in them. I don't know. Like they could be working in the offseason 100%, but are they after their workout going to that second workout for a little bit just to get like 3 or 4 more extra like shots in from the one spot they need a little bit more work on? Like that's the stuff that I just don't know if they're seriously doing anymore because they made their money. They're all famous. Joel's about to get his MVP now, which if he does, apparently people are saying that's all he cared about and that's what he's playing for. Like
if
it's a
you
mess, man. Like if that's coming out about you and that's your whole team, like that's a problem.
if Joel Embiid wins the MVP of the NBA this season,
He's going to. I don't think it's Jokic. I don't think they want to give it to him. I think Giannis being out. I think like I will be shocked if it's Jokic at this point. The way it sounds, it's Joel Embiid's award to lose because obviously it's
I
only
mean it's a regular season award. It's already over.
Mhm.
They just waiting to announce
Yeah,
it.
like yeah, I think it's his to lose. Sadly, when it comes to
What
awards like that.
you know what seed they are?
Sixers
Yeah.
2. They should be either 2 or 3 because Bucks were 1. I think Celtics were 2. I believe they were 3 potentially then. Something like that. They were top 3 seed and they had a really good record throughout the season.
That boy is not an MVP, bro. That boy is not even a star to me, bro. That boy's trash to me, dog. I'm not even gonna get on it, bro. I try not to talk down on players too much, bro. That boy is just horrendous, dog. I can't believe he's even in MVP conversations, dog. You that big, you supposed to be cold, bro. It ain't like you doing nothing special, dog. But I don't know, man. That shit just pissed me off when you said MVP. Not you, but like just the thought of him winning MVP.
Hey, you gotta get ready to it. He's about to win it because like it's to the point. Like I heard people with votes were talking like Jokic has already won 2. I'm one of those. I was like, why not let him just win this one now? Jokic didn't have the best of the seasons that he's had, so like why not? So he's gonna win it. Like I don't. I'm just. It's like one of those things. Like I could be wrong. Like with the Will Levis thing. I just feel like he's gonna win it. Just the way the media's sounding.
All right. Nah, I fuck with it, bro. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Oh, I know what you mean.
I do think he's gonna win too. I mean, he's like minus 2,000 odds to win it on betting sites.
You come from the era of big men too, though. So like, trust me, wherever everything you're coming from, like I understand it. You watch like Shaq, Ewing, Hakeem, people like that. So 20 years later, when you see like Joel Embiid, DeAndre Ayton,
Yeah, it's like, bro,
Obama,
they not like I've never seen Joel Embiid play a game and be like, damn, that boy is like he's dominating this game. Like it's like no, bro. I see this mup hit like soft ass. I don't know, bro. Moving on to the Heat and my New York Knicks, your Miami Heat, taking each other on in the second round of the playoffs.
oh baby.
New York Knicks favorite of minus 143, Heat plus 118.
Hey, I did call it though. I told you what I told you. I think when the Heat were up 2-1, I'm like, hey, it'd be cool to see each other. And then I think I said the finals because I didn't realize they're on the same side of the bracket, but same difference.
No, it's
oh man,
it is bananas, bro. It brings me back to the LeBron years because for some reason the Knicks was like the 8th seed every year during that time and got swept in the first round to the Miami Heat. I'm gonna be honest, man. I have no idea. Like there's nothing about this series that makes me think the Knicks have a legitimate chance to win or lose it. Like I think this is one of the most even series I've seen in the playoffs thus far this year. I can go either way. This man over there getting naked. Nah, man.
I ain't getting naked. I just have to grab the shorts to show the people. I got people. I'm not. By the way, people, I'm not in my boxers. I have some fruity ass shorts on. I just wanted to share that with the peeps. I don't think I'm just out here cheeks out on the show.
Nah, I'm just messing with you, man. That's hilarious, though. You just go off camera and come back with your drawers. Yeah,
I took them off. Look, but hey, I just want to show you because this. I know you'll appreciate it. You see that year, 96, 97, baby.
Hey, man.
I got to rock the vintage shorts for this series. That's why I had to pull them out. I had them waiting. Now, I'm with you, though. I don't know who the hell's going to win this series. I want whoever wins this series, they'll probably win it all because these are 2 teams that people are like, there's no way. Like, I feel like are 2 of the teams people are like, there's no way these teams will make it to the second round. And, hey, we did it, man. The only thing for your team, you better hope that, what's his name? Randall wakes the hell up because what the hell's been going on with him?
Hey, I hope he stays hurt.
Actually, it might be better if he's not doing, now that I think about it.
Get him off the court, bro. I love Julius Randle, bro. I love Julius Randle with the Lakers. I love him with the Pelicans. I like him with the Knicks in the regular season. But it gets playoff time, and teams realize he don't have a right hand. And when you don't have a right hand, like, I mean, at all, you're the easiest person to guard in the league. Especially left. Like, right-handers, you can force them left, and they've been getting forced left their whole life. But left-handers, they usually have that advantage because nobody thinks about it until they blow by them and drop 20 on them. And it's like, oh, shit.
Who do you think has the So, yeah, I'm totally with you though. I'm very curious while you were talking about this. It makes me think, who do you think has the best matchup in this series then? Like player versus like the teams, like for example, Jimmy Butler versus the Knicks, or like Jalen Brunson versus the Heat. Who do you think has like the better player in the series for the matchup? Like obviously I think it's Jimmy Butler from like my end, but I'm curious to see because you're more the basketball guy. Like you might know somebody who like has a better like advantage. I'm just biased too. I think Jimmy's gonna take over because that's mainly the guy it is for the Heat. I just don't know like for the Knicks wise, there's somebody who matches up like very well versus the Heat, or if there's somebody else you like in this series that you think is going to take over.
I will say this, just to your Jimmy Butler point, and Jimmy Butler, oh my God, fantastic player. Huge fan of Jimmy Butler for years and years and years. I love Jimmy Butler. I think the one thing in this situation, I don't think the Bucks had any perimeter defense. Which I'm not saying the Knicks are gonna just Jimmy Butler's gonna score 8 points a game, but they got some young studs like Quentin Grimes and Josh Hart, some young players that can play defense on the perimeter, and they'll put all their energy on the defensive end because they ain't got to do nothing on the offensive end but spot up and let Brunson go to work. So I think Jimmy Butler is gonna have a tougher series. You also got Tibbs, who's a defensive coach. You also got one of the best defensive teams.
Oh yeah.
They held the Cavs under 100 pretty much every game of that series. It was crazy, ridiculous. Cavs,
And they probably won't let Jimmy go 1-on-1 the whole series and not make any adjustments.
not at all, man. I mean, who else
Like a
on the
dumb
Heat?
coach.
And not to even be disrespectful, but who else on the Heat do we really have to worry about besides catching and shooting? Like, who else can just go 1-on-1? I mean, you got Kyle Lowry.
Bam can, but like not in the. I get like his is not like nearly as like if it is, you know what he's gonna do. He's gonna do like the little pull up mid range. He's gonna do the little and then back you down to the little spin. Like he's very like semi predictable. It still goes in. I don't know. Kyle Lowry's butt cheeks right now. That dude can't do anything right now.
I think that was one of y'all best adjustments last series. Is starting. I think the name is.
Letting him foul out.
Starting Gabe Vincent.
No, yeah, Gabe. Hey, I just want to give a quick shout out to Gabe Vincent. No one's gonna remember it, but that shot he had against the Bucks to cut it to 1. That you want to talk about letting the nuts hang, bro? Just pulled up with confidence like he was Steph Curry and drilled. I respect the hell out of it. But yeah, just like Kyle Lowry's been doing decent offense, but he's just taking dumb. The thing that makes me mad, he takes so many dumb shots. Like I'm watching him pull up a 3, I'm like, you can get that any time, bro. They aren't guarding you, and then boink, boink. Like he hasn't been the best for the Heat, so it's been a little frustrating because I expected more from him. The pickup I'm really juiced for, and I'm excited to see how he does against your team. Dude, Kevin Love, man. They got him for a bag of balls, basically. Cleveland kicked him out, and Cleveland needed him really bad in that series. We don't need to get on that, but I'm very excited to see Kevin Love in this series. I might have definitely got off track from what we were talking about, but I just thought about that when I was going down that road. Kevin Love was awesome before he fouled out against the Bucks. But yeah, I am very nervous for your team because I do agree. I think the Bucks had a really hard issue guarding like people like Tatum, like Jaylen Brown, like Jimmy Butler, those type of guards, and the fact that their coach made no defensive adjustments the whole game. Basically, I don't think that's going to happen with your Knicks as well. Yeah, I'm very excited. I think this goes 6 potentially. I could go 7, but I think it could go 7 for sure too. I would not be shocked, but hopefully my Heat can cut it in 6 and get it on their home court instead of going to get in Game 7 in Madison Square Garden because that crowd is going to be loud in Game 7. However, I am excited to see Jimmy just like talk a lot of trash and get amped up in Madison Square Garden. That's going to be really, really awesome to watch. But like probably like Game 5 when he's like really agitated at somebody and he's like doing the I'm him, shut the F up, all that shit. I'm very juiced to see that because I'll tell you what, nothing was better than last Bucks series and watching Jimmy Butler walk down the court, Drew Holiday talking that shit. Like he was in that, like, you can't guard me, look at the school, like doing all that noise. They were just recording it, letting him go, and he was just laying into him, doing all this. I'm like, I'm so excited, man. This is going to be such a fun series. I think both these series in the East are actually going to be really fun because as much as the Sixers, we talked about them having issues, the Celtics aren't much better either. I think both these series are liable to go 7, and then both these teams are going to have to fight each other. Basically, like between these 4 teams, like I think it's going to be a war this round, and then they're going to have to like scrape themselves together to get to the final. I'm very excited.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I agree and I disagree. I think the Celtics take care of the Sixers easy as pumpkin pie, and they got to sit there.
They should.
And then whoever comes out of the Heat Knicks series, I think they're going to beat each other up, man. It's going to be bruises and cuts going into the Eastern Conference Finals from Madison Square Garden. I don't know, man. I'm geeked about this series. I think the Knicks have a slight edge, only because they're a little deeper. Like once you pass Jimmy Butler, you don't really have anybody.
And the Heat lost Hero. That's the biggest thing. We lost our best shooter, which in a way kind of makes the Heat better because now Jimmy and Bam have to every possession. And it's gonna come down to role players because the Heat are not very deep. It's gonna come down to can they get enough out of their guys to not have to go like all the way to the bottom of their bench because there is some scary hours at the end of that bench.
Nah, yeah, I'm excited, man. If Brunson can do his thing and just, I don't know, it's gonna come down to role players though. We know Butler's gonna do his thing. We know Brunson gonna do his thing. If RJ Barrett can step up and drop 20 a game, that'll be huge.
If Duncan Robinson can hit like 2 or 3 threes when he needs them, that'll be huge for my team. I'm excited, man. This is probably the most even. Like, I hate to say because the Bucks went on to this series, the Bucks would be like minus like fly. It would be literally the same thing as last series. That's why this series is gonna be awesome, man. They basically are telling you like, hey, we have no clue. We're gonna give it to the Knicks because of home court, but we have no clue. That's what the books are basically saying. But yeah, I'm definitely nervous. I think your Knicks definitely do have a little bit of the edge. But I'm just hoping, as Bill Simmons calls them, my zombie heat can just continue to just keep surviving, baby.
Let's just do a hypothetical real quick. Warriors Lakers. Warriors minus 240. Lakers plus 170.
I want to go Lakers, but it's probably going to be Warriors, right? The only thing that gets me is like the Lakers do have the size to where they could truly like, if they can get the Warriors tired and beat up on them, I definitely think they could take that series. But
I think it can go either way, honestly. I think it's gonna
I
come
think
out
so
like
too. Like I'm
minus 240 plus 170, but I think it should be more like the Heat Knicks
minus
numbers.
110, minus 110.
Yeah. I mean, you got Brian, you got Curry, and then you got a bunch of scrubs, if you ask me, on both
Yeah,
teams.
you got Anthony Day to Day Davis. You got Draymond punch my teammate in the face green. Like you got storylines on both sides, man. Like I'm with you. I think it's gonna be another exciting series if both those teams can make it on. I think that would be arguably like the best second. People are saying it could be arguably the best second round matchup of all time, like viewership wise potentially and all that. We'll see, obviously, because their Curry's like 35, LeBron's 48, but
Yeah.
I'm nervous, bro. I don't know who would win that series. That would just be awesome to see it in the second round, though, because we never got that chance back in 2016 and all that. It'd be awesome to see all these years later. Like, all right, let's see what the two old men can do. It's like watching your two grandpas like go out the yard and shoot hoops or something. It's like, all right, let's see what they got.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's I'd probably lean Warriors, but if I saw Lakers plus 170 or plus 180, I might just throw something on it just because LeBron James,
That boy, LBJ.
man, it's been a wacky week in baseball.
Oh, yeah.
Today, got some new series going on. A lot of aces pitching today. It's a ace Friday around the league. There's any games you like tonight or any series this weekend you're looking forward to as a whole?
Indeed, there actually are a few.
Any teams you're
But
looking to like? You got the Pirates, man, who somehow are the best record in
how about them Pirates?
man, crazy. Pirates and
Wow.
Orioles. I
You've
do
been
that.
doing that the last 2 days a
I
lot.
know. I
You
don't
got
know
that
why.
hockey on your head.
I know, bro.
Nah, hey, I'm very excited for this weekend. Baseball, I won't lie to you, baseball's been actually fun. I think like as much as like if pitch clock makes the games like speed up a little bit, that part is definitely nice. You can just see like now that baseball feels like it's finally starting to hit its stride, you feel like a lot more people are comfortable and everything. By the way, before I get to my games real quick, I just wanted to share. Apparently, multiple teams are trying to trade up to 32 to get Will Levis. So Will Levis might be first pick to go today, which would be very, very interesting for his sake. But yeah, I think I'm on the Pirates. As you said, I'm debating if I want to do run line or not. Probably should because I like just personally for me, I like to fade the national. Like Nationals, one of those teams I will fade a lot of the times if I get to, but I just don't know. That's a game I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about the Cubs today, but the Marlins after yesterday, I might just want to wait for them to lose another one. I'm kind of torn on that. Kind of want to auto fade the Mariners, just because the Blue Jays are so hot too. They just absolutely manhandled and abused the White Sox. That's another game I'm tempted for. Your Mets and Braves. I'm excited just to see like watch that as a fan. Yanks are probably going to lose. I'm not. Yeah, I won't lie to you. Like, there's a lot of games that I'm not. I probably like. There's 5 or 6 I'm interested in. I'll probably only bet like 2 or 3. I'm thinking like Orioles run line, probably Orioles run line, Pirates run line, and I mean maybe Cubs money line, and I might do like a or yeah Blue Jays run line maybe, but the Mariners have Luis Castillo on the mound, so I'm a little nervous. So I'm probably thinking if anything I might do like a Rays Twins like little 2-legger for fun because I might even take the Rays run line one more time because of the terrible White Sox. Yeah, Orioles run line. What was the other team I just said? Or for 2 for sure, Orioles run line, Pirates run line. I'm gonna maybe on the Cubs run line, and then I'm probably gonna do a Twins and as disgusting as it is, I'll probably do a Twins and Rays parlay. Yeah, not too much for me today. A lot of these series are from teams that like I'm kind of scared of. Like I feel like they're either evenly matched up or it's like these teams are kind of in a spot where they're due to lose. So I'm scared to take them, and I might just be overthinking it.
Nah, that's the thing about gambling, man. You always overthink it when you get to spots like this. Just to jump back and forth, you said Will Levis, 32nd overall pick.
Technically, it would be a first rounder, but yes, I just got something that said that like they're I can read this article real quick. It's like they said Pittsburgh has been receiving calls for the number 32 pick. Sources tell Tom Pelissero, and then Levis is projected to go in the first round. He fell obviously, and then Pittsburgh acquired the number 32 overall pick from the Bears in a move, and they're basically just saying that there are a lot of teams calling, not confirmed yet or not if a team has taken him or not. They're just teams as of 30 minutes ago. Teams are calling trying to get to that pick, so there's a good chance Will Levis might go at 32.
I just bet him
I don't know
at
how
plus
good.
200.
That's not terrible. Yeah. I mean, teams are calling, so it'd be good to get on that before the books decide to change the number.
No, I think by noon they definitely gonna flip it. Right now, Joey Porter Jr., who I've never heard of, is the favorite at plus 125.
Joey Porter, who is his dad, was a longtime Steeler, and that's probably why his dad was a longtime Steeler, and the Porter kid's not too bad, honestly. I think he would be decent for them, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to keep the pick at this point. They might trade back and still even get him.
Right.
Yeah, if the Steelers keep the pick, it's definitely probably Porter. If they don't, then I think that Levis is definitely a decent play.
I feel like I'm just gonna lose all my money betting Will Levis to get drafted, and he never gets drafted.
Right. Bro, I won't lie to you though. As much as like I did clown him for a little bit, I do want to say I truly do feel kind of bad for the kid. That probably is truly an awful feeling to sit with all the other quarterbacks and watch everybody else in that room go, and you're just sitting there last pick. Like, but Blake Willis did it last year. People are always going to do it, but even as much as I don't think the kid's the best. Like I still have sympathy for him because I'm a human. Like that shit had to suck, awful. But I'm excited to see him bounce back from it and see how he does. Like I'm excited to see if this is another part of his story. Like, oh, we hear it like a few years from now, like Will Levis sat in the green room for this long, and now he's taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to the Super Bowl. Like, I'm very interested to see if we get that from him.
I mean, they still show Lamar Jackson sitting there till the last pick of the first round.
And that was how many years ago?
Oh, I don't even know, bro. The older you get, feels like 10, could be 5.
Hey, hopefully the kid goes somewhere decent. I think he's definitely is a wild thinker. I won't go into his thoughts on the way he likes food and all that, but I'm excited to see where the kid goes now.
I think that's really why he's falling, bro. Not the mayonnaise in the coffee as much as I heard this man screams like literally terrified of milk.
Yeah, you said that. I just think I think that's obviously a part of it too. That it's like they're just things like what this dude said. I think the issue for him is he has all the talent in the world to be like a first round quarterback, but he just doesn't. Like they just don't see it on film, and it's partially because he played with a terrible team last year and everything. I don't know, man. I think it's partially the mix of the thinking, and I'm also too. I just think that he's not as good as he thought he was potentially. Like I still think he's a really good player, or a good player, I guess, not really good. I think he's a good player, but I just don't. Like I didn't want him on the Colts for a third round pick. Like I think he has, like I said, good talent and everything. It's just like there's some stuff about him. There's some gamemanship with him from time to time where you're just like, ugh. Like I know his team wasn't the best, but like even then, like man, it's a tough one.
Yes, sir. My bad to go back and forth, man. I got a few.
Sports show, baby.
I got a few. I got a few bets that you just gave out. Maybe just one or two. Let me start at the bottom here. I am on the Orioles also minus 1.5 over the Tigers. I got that at plus 133. I don't know what it is right now. I put these bets in last night.
Oh, I gotta log in. You gotta love betting slips. Sorry for the dead air. They're making me sign in with a verification code. Like I've never used this app before. 136 for me.
Yeah, it's 128 right now. I got 133 on the Orioles run line minus 1.5 over the mighty Tigers, who have been hot. All these bets today make me a little bit nervous. I'm taking the Blue Jays, man, on the money line. I should have waited for this one. I got minus 120. You can get minus 110 right now. Give me the Blue Jays on the money line, taking on the Mariners. I love Luis Castillo. I just don't believe in this Mariners lineup, man. That's a whole. They got a nice 1 through 4, but 5 through 9 is horrendous. they made some offseason moves that I did not agree with. They got rid of a few players such as Jesse Winker that just kind of decimated. They even got rid of Carlos Santana. They got rid of pretty much all the guys that got them to the playoffs last season outside of Julio and Riley. They're trying to rely on their pitching a lot more this year, and their pitching is falling apart. Give me the Blue Jays, man. I think the Blue Jays take advantage at home tonight on the money line. And then I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't even have to give this bet out. Just know every day for the rest of the season, I'm betting against the White Sox. Give me the Tampa Bay.
Damn.
Give me the Tampa Bay Rays on the run line. I might even start betting alternate run lines, -3.5, -2.5. That is how horrendous this White Sox pitching is from starters to the bullpen.
They're a -10 alt line.
Right. Give me the -6.5 on the Rays. Nah, I'm not gonna get that crazy, but I might pull some -2.5.
-3.5 plus 520.
Why the hell not?
Let's do it.
It's Friday, baby. Let me find that shit on my book.
That's funny as shit. Man, poor White Sox, bro. Man.
Poor White
They going
Sox
through it right
fans.
Yeah, I feel bad for more of y'all than I do them. They getting paid to at least be that butt cheeks. Y'all gotta pay to watch
Right.
the butt cheeks.
They get, bro. Oh my god. I don't even want to get on them, bro. I'm trying.
Yeah, no, we need to save that for an episode like in the middle of the summer when we got nothing going on, so we can just spend the whole episode basically like that caller did and ran on the White Sox. By the way, people, while he's looking this up, if you've not seen that video of the White Sox caller ranting about his team, definitely recommend that. Shit's hilarious.
You got 520?
Yeah.
God damn.
What was it, like 230?
Yeah, 255, bro.
Disgusting, bro. Disgusting.
Whew. Anyway, I'm on the Rays.
You can get better money on the Royals money line.
Right.
Damn near. That is crazy though. That's kind of low. I don't like that.
Yeah, -2.5 is +170. Anyway, today I'm on the Rays -1.5, but moving on with the White Sox, I'm gonna be fading them as many ways as possible. This is a hockey bet. I'll give that out in a second. I also have the Dirty South Stros, baby. Give me the Astros on the run line at home tonight, taking on the Phillies. Kind of just riding the Astros on this one. The Phillies, not bad, not great. They got Aaron Nola on the mound tonight. I think Astros can get to him pretty early. Astros are one of them teams, man. They got the pitching and the bullpen to just cruise once they get a lead. So I'm looking for the Astros to go up like 4-2 and just kind of ride it out and end up winning like 7-3 or something like that. So I probably should have took the over, but give me the Astros on the run line +150 right there. As I just said, I took Will Levis to be the 32nd overall pick +200 just now live on air. And I do have one hockey bet. We don't have time to talk hockey. I meant to actually touch on it really quickly. However, give me the Boston Bruins. I don't know how they let Florida win their last game and push it to Game 6.
Terrible.
This is kind of like a Celtics-Hawks situation, if you ask me. Why are you letting this team play with you, bro? Give me the Bruins to win this game dominant fashion in the series in 6. Not finna let it get to 7. Give me the Bruins on the puck line -1.5 +148. I got the Bruins winning 7-2, something bananas like that. I don't know why, man. I took the Oilers the other night on the puck line and the over. I feel like I should do the same thing tonight with the Bruins and the Panthers, but those are my bets, man. Astros run line, Rays run line, Blue Jays money line, Orioles run line, Bruins puck line, and Will Levis to go 32nd and celebrate with a nice, good old.
Come on, load up. That's that +199. I got +199 on the Bruins and the over 6.5.
Yeah, that's not bad, man.
I don't know if I'm gonna take it yet or not. I just saw the over unders at plus even money for me, so on my book. So I just wanted to show you that little. Hey, that's a decent play. A little 2-for-1, but damn near. If you think the over's gonna hit and the Bruins are gonna win, which they should, you would think.
Yeah, +295. I might jump on that. But yeah,
Here's +295.
Yeah, I'm on the puck line though.
Oh yeah, you said puck line. I didn't realize you said puck line.
I mean, that's not a bad play though. Bruins money line, just keep it safe. Just let them win. But I don't know, man. I like to get risque. I also like the Avalanche plus 165 on the puck line. I don't know the Kraken. I don't know, man. That series is crazy to me. I can't believe the Kraken took the lead the other night. I think they up 3-2 over the Avalanche. First place teams
That was great.
going down this year in the playoffs, NBA and NHL.
And March Madness, baby. Don't forget my Purdue Boilermakers.
Yes, sir.
Terrible, bro. I'm still mad about that shit.
You'll be all right, man. I knew I could have told
Later.
you that in November. They wasn't gonna do shit.
Nah, but they could have just made it to the second round before they lost to this double digit seed. Lose the first round, man. Like, y'all some trash. Now Edie's going pro. Like, they're gonna be butt cheeks now.
Oh, don't
Here.
worry, bro. Purdue always bounces back. Purdue
Same shit every
always.
year.
Yes, sir. You know how it goes. Hey, man, I will say the one thing about college basketball programs that keep their coaches for a long time outside of a few rare. They usually just always do the same shit every year, bro. You know what I mean? They have a great regular season, great recruiting class, and then they lose early in the tournament. But yeah, man, if you don't have anything to add, we can go ahead and shut this show down right about an hour.
I'm with you, man. We can fade the White Sox, man. That's just sad. And hey, appreciate everyone for watching, and appreciate you for having me on, man. It's always a blast to talk the good old sports in the morning. And hey, today was even better than most days. Coming on with usually when I've been coming on, my teams have been terrible this year, so I've been sad. Today I actually got to come on and be happy, man. Upside in the Colts, a lot of money with the Heat going into a nice series. Hey, I might have to hit you up later though about that friendly wager we talked about. We might have to make a little fun wager out of it.
Hey, man, pick a number, man. What's this?
Woo!
I got.
Hey, why you flexing on me? I don't got that much money, man.
Hey, bro, you just won so much money on the Heat, bro. Don't give me that
I'm
bullshit.
just playing. Who's on the $50 bill? Is that Andrew? Is that boy Andrew? No, Andrew's on the 20.
It's Grant.
That's what I meant. Hey, yeah, hey, I'll bet you a little good old Grant on the series. We'll put a little Grant on the series.
I'm down with that, bro.
Oh yeah, a little Grant on my Heat versus Grant on your Knicks. We'll see who pulls it out, baby. Now I gotta take hella Heat futures so I can cover it when they lose.
Nah, yeah.
I'm excited though. Let's go, baby. Gonna be a great weekend of sports. I'm excited.
No, I'm geeked, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I am as excited as I can be about this Heat Knicks series. Seriously.
I've watched no NBA basically all year, and I'm gonna tune in for probably every game. Like it don't get much better than this now. Don't get much better than this.
Same. I even skipped a few games in the Cavs series, even as a Knicks fan. But they play Sunday.
Same.
Sunday at noon.
Damn, I'm at work. I'm gonna have to catch the end of that then. Never mind.
Heat +4, Knicks -4. Game
work
1.
Get done Sunday. You said minus what game 1?
Knicks -4.
Give me that Heat spread. That's why I'm ending the show with Heat spread, Heat money line. Jimmy Butler 30, Heat to win. Jimmy Butler 40, Heat to win. Hammer it all.
And that's how he made hundreds the other day. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the support.
Damn.
This is Captain By Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, a.k.a. Rowan Dives, my man Jaden Chandler Parnell. Always insightful, always entertaining, always rocking with the best. Please take all wagers at your own risk, and please gamble responsibly. Dives.